Hi everyone, it's Diane from Boho Stamper. Welcome. Happy Friday. I was getting ready for bed last night and I was thinking, oh, I got to remember tomorrow to um, do my video for Friday. And then it dawned on me that tomorrow was Friday and I didn't have anything planned. So my card video today is probably going to be a little bit late. I apologize. Oh, well, I was just a day behind, thinking that it was Thursday. So I hope everybody's doing well. I thank you again for being here. And while I was thinking last night about what I was going to create today with my card, I am doing a card maker summit online this week, and I've seen so many cute things, and I was thinking, oh, I've seen a lot of cute little animals. I think I'm going to do an animal card and some pretty ink blending. So maybe we'll do some ink blending. And then I was thinking, well, we always ink blend because I love it. I love my blending brushes. They're so much fun. And then when I stepped into my craft room, we're using a whole bunch of different products today. I spotted this background die from the Ton that I had gotten from the scrap stamp art tour that I went to here a couple weeks ago. And I was thinking, oh, I probably should use this before it ends up being another one of those things that I loved and I don't use. So that's one thing that we're going to use here. And I will add this to the description box so that actually I'll try to remember to add all of these things to the description box since there are so many different little parts here. So then I was thinking, well, some of those cards that I saw people make were done, they had a pretty metallic, foil background panel. So maybe I'll do a foil background panel. But then when I was digging through my foil papers, I spotted this Ombre glitter paper from Stampin' Up that I had. And it was an Ombre specialty paper. And it has Poppy Parade, and I'm going to say probably like Mango Melody. I think this is retired paper, but you could use whatever glitter, glimmer, shimmer paper that matches your color palette that you're using. So when I spotted this, I knew I wanted to do that because Poppy Parade and Flirty Flamingo is one of my favorite color combinations. Then I thought, what the heck, I may as well just go over and see what stamp sets I haven't used. And I found from my favorite things, I had Fun Flowers. And I've pulled this one out several times and I don't think I've ever used it. So I cut out, and just so you didn't have to sit there and watch me do all this, because I don't have coordinating dies. There may be some, but I don't have them. So while I was fussy cutting these, I was thinking, what a ding dong, why don't I let my scan and cut do some of that work for me? So I stamped a bunch of them and put them on the scan and cut, and it had a whole strip of them cut out while I was still on my first page. So lesson learned, use that scan and cut. So I did sit and color these, and I didn't even make you watch me do that. These are very basic coloring flowers. I did not worry too much about blending. I think I added a little bit of light and dark old olive on the leaves, but I really wasn't, sorry, I'm umming a lot there, huh? I wasn't looking to do a lot of blending. I just wanted to get my color in here. And so I used a ton of my Stampin' Blends. I've used Poppy Parade, Pale Papaya, Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, Polished Pink, and Old Olive. And I just started coloring. I just laid them all out on one of my sheets here in front of me and started to color like I was a kid in school with a coloring book. And it was quite fun, actually. This is Light Poppy Parade. And I did get a new ring light, so my camera is hanging literally by the cord. So I have to not breathe very hard because I might just knock it over. I might just end up seeing the messy, messy table with all of my craft and journaling stuff laying around. So this is all I did. I picked a couple colors. I went in and colored all of those little flowers and set them aside. Then I was thinking about what I wanted to do for a sentiment, and I thought that because most of my design is going to be the color in the flowers, that our greeting should probably be pretty simple. So I die cut just happy birthday, and I cut that using Creative Expressions craft dies, and this just cuts the font out really cute. So I cut one happy birthday out of the same Poppy Parade Glimmer paper. I cut one out of Poppy Parade cardstock, and I cut one out of Flirty Flamingo cardstock because I don't know which one's going to look best when we get this all put together. So it's not like I can't use them. I cut a card base, just our standard A2 4¼ by 5½ inch card base out of Flirty Flamingo, and this is half of an 8½ by 11 sheet of cardstock. Okay. I have this beautiful background die from the Ton, and what made me attracted to this die when I first saw it there, and I wish I'd have taken a picture because I already can't remember what it was. I think it was just like cut out of gold foil on a black background with a poinsettia down in the bottom right hand corner. And I thought, what an elegant Christmas card. It was beautiful. So I'm going to have to go back on their website and see if I can find that. I think it was just gold on black and then the poinsettia. And I know I have a Stampin' Up poinsettia stamp and die set. So that will be a lovely Christmas card. Let me get my silicone mat because this is a very thin die. And rather than get glue all over, I'm going to add a thin strip of glue around the border. I think one of the reasons I hadn't realized what day it was, I've been a little foggy brain here with this sinus cold, and I did do a home test, and I'm not contagious. I don't have the bad thing, thank goodness. Been there, done that. But anyway, it's actually made my eyes a little blurry, so I wasn't too sure what all I was going to be able to handle here today. And then, of course, in the background, I don't know if you can hear, our neighbors are having a new roof put on. And so I've got to hear the pounding going out there for 2 days because the pounding in my head wasn't quite enough. And we can center this on our Flirty Flamingo, which I probably should have burnished a little bit better than I did, especially since I'm working with such a thin border. It really does help if it's lying flat on the table instead of popping up there. Because this die was perfectly fit on a 4 1/4 by a 5 1/2 inch card panel. So it matches up on our card base and doesn't leave a border around it. And then I thought that we could just make a cute little flower power card down here. I do love all these colors. My leaves go. And so rather than do like a wreath, I just thought it might be cute to add flowers. And you could probably tell which ones of these were cut out by my Scan and Cut opposed to the ones that were cut out by my hands, because mine did not come out quite as smooth. Oops, one stuck on the back there. So I just kept all my colors in the color family, you know, my reds and oranges. Oh yeah, there's this pretty one. And pinks. And I don't know why, I just love the Poppy Parade and Flirty Flamingo together. I was gonna say, am I even on camera? I don't know where my card's supposed to be at now that I have this set up a little different. I like this one. I want to use it. But I want to have more leaf down here. That's good there. Let's put that lighter one up here, I think. Yeah, I like that. And then I almost think it's going to be the Flirty Flamingo that goes on top. Oh, no, that doesn't stand out very well either. What are we going to do there? Well, let's start getting our flowers put together here. What am I going to do with that? With my little happy birthday. Maybe just out of white. Maybe I need to cut one just out of white. I think this is going to be enough to put up on dimensionals. And then we'll layer these underneath. It's going to be hard sticking all of this onto that Glimmer paper. Sometimes that takes a minute to decide that it wants to stick. So I'm going to have to cut out another happy birthday. Boy, I was really thinking that today I had it. I wasn't going to have to shake up the camera at all. Which was going to be wonderful because I didn't know how sturdy my little setup was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be very sturdy at all, to be honest. add some foam dimensionals on the back of this little cluster that we have glued together. And then I didn't know if I really would need to add any, I might have to add a little something more in there. Darn, right? Oh, what was I thinking here? Kind of lost my train of thought. I didn't know if I needed to add some little bling to this or not. Probably not. And we'll add one behind here. There. Oh, that's cute. I love the colors. All right. So let me grab my little Creative Expression dies. And this is just a one, oh, put my pin in my glue, a one piece die. The eye is connected to the tittles, so you don't have to worry about looking all over for the little dot, making it one of my favorite dies to use because Lord knows I already throw enough stuff on the floor. Trying to find those little dots can be somewhat a pain in the dupe. So let's just get a piece of, I prefer heavy. There we go. Piece of heavy basic white cardstock. And I'll just cut a little strip of this off. Oh, you know what? I hope that's long enough. That's sort of silly. Whew. Close. How close. Gonna make it. Cool beans. That makes it wonderful. Right, and we'll do this and try not to. Why do I think I'm missing? Oh, I am. I was gonna say, why do I think I'm missing something there? I took the top plate off. That's why. I'm really trying not to knock my camera off. Well, white better look okay, because if it doesn't, I'm not sure what my next option would be. Probably die cutting a label and then stamping in black. I did stamp all my images. I guess I should have told you. Excuse me, in VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, which I don't know is necessarily an ink that's suggested for alcohol markers. But I've found with, even with my Stampin' Up ink pads, I can use alcohol markers with them because I'm not using a ton of it. I'm not scrubbing it into the paper and really ruining the outline. Oh yeah, white's gonna work. So I actually just had grabbed that because it was sitting here beside me, and I know it does stamp a nice solid black. So just in case you were wondering, this will work with your alcohol ink if you're not, this is just a pigment ink also, so it's probably not recommended for alcohol inks. And I do have a couple that I can see smeared some of it. I don't know if you can tell on that one where I smeared some of the petal. But for the most part, if that's all that's smeared out of everything that I colored here, I'm okay with that. You know, so I messed up one. Tuck that petal under another one. You know, most of these products, and we talk about this in my workshops that I have here. Oh, which by the way, if you're interested in coming in August, you can email me at Diane@BohoStamper if you're local. These are in-person workshops that we do. And we make 3 cards, chit chat a little bit, and just have some fun. But one of the things that we talk about is how most of these products aren't really meant to be used heavy-handed. You know, it's just paper. We don't have to chomp at it with hacksaw or anything. It's just paper. And our glue is usually put on very light-handed. The glues, a lot of the glues that I use, whether it's art glitter glue or Tombow or what's the other one? I use tacky glue when I'm doing journals. Barely art glue, Gina K, all of them are made to hold paper together, so we don't really need a ton of it so that it squishes out all over the card. Just enough to hold it in place, and enough so that when the recipient opens up their card, it doesn't fall apart. And then if you're worried about anything coming apart, just take your acrylic block and set it over top of it for a couple minutes until all of your glue dries. While that's drying, let me see. August 16th. August 16th is the next card making workshop here. So come and join us. We would love to have you make some cards. We did Christmas cards last time. Not sure what we're going to do for August. Can you believe we're at the end of July even? I mean, I think that's why it's being so hard to, excuse me, so hard to deal with these days. And there we go. Using lots of different products together. Look at that. Cool beans, right? So no one product has to be exclusive. I like it. I love Poppy Parade and Flirty Flamingo. They're just so pretty. So I hope you enjoyed that card and it helps you go use some of that stuff that you've been sticking in your little craft cart there and haven't used for a while. Pull it out and make a card. And have a wonderful weekend. Email me if you're interested in coming to the workshop. Email me right there. I don't want to cover up the pretty card. It should be in the description box as well, though. So everybody have a great weekend and stop back in Monday if I remember that Monday's coming. Thanks, everyone. Bye.